What is up, guys? I am testing right now. I wanted to, of course, go over a news story that came in, but also this is just kind of a test run. So I don't know what the pick on there is. I don't know if I changed the thumbnail yet, but that's okay. This is purely a test stream. I'm streaming right now on Periscope, on Mixer, and on Twitch as well, which I'm going to start doing. It's obviously, since there's all of these different things holding back certain YouTubers, obviously we should try to branch out as much as possible. Now, if you guys do have an account, if my peeps have an account with either Periscope, you would find me literally the cool thing is nobody's got my name. You look up Marfugal on Periscope, you'll find me. If you look me up on Twitch, Marfugal, you'll find me. Yeah, even that includes for games and all sorts of other stuff too. So, what is up? I actually have a moderator. Of course, Alice has been out, bad health. What is up? Exposing it all for the people. We've got Wendy A. Presley, Shelly Nelson, ex-con, Lisa Hall, Downing De Beers, Debbie White, Bridget. What changes? That's a new name. Let's have everybody on there. Tex and Tom, what is up? If you have Periscope, if you could let me know that this is working, that I am live on all three. Obviously, it's working for being live on this one. Just to make sure, you guys, this is Marfugal TV. I assume it's not that complicated, but it is kind of, because there's multiple streams. So I just wanted to make sure I'm streaming all in the right places. Obviously, you guys found me on YouTube. Most of you were notified right away, which is awesome. What's funny is that if you guys haven't noticed, the smaller channel got monetized, and then all of a sudden I'm getting notifications. So I don't know. Which, if you're not making them tube money, then obviously they won't push you. And of course, Ashley Spitzer, you can have a shout out. Does everything sound right? I had to change everything around. I changed my mic. People said that it looked like a dick hanging in my face, so I changed it. So now, it looks less phallic, I guess. It's actually closer to the real thing now, facing up, but whatever. Tex and Tom, did you find me? Bridget H, Lisa R. Hall, all the peeps. All right, cool. Well, I am actually going to do a real stream. I just wanted to make sure that it was on here, that it was streaming on all the different places. Also, my wife is going to take over the Facebook group. So she's actually going to do live videos there. She's going to be doing kind of hints and tricks coming from, a medical perspective. Little things that you can do as far as preparedness. Things like, if somebody breaks their arm, that kind of thing, what to do in real life. So I'm pretty excited to say, Mrs. Marf, Lissa will be taking some liberties, basically helping me with Twitter, helping me with social media. So you'll be able to get through to me a lot better now that I'll have help. So it will be very awesome. What is up, Heather Coase? And of course, Skykeeper Nibiru. And Phil McCracken, I love your name. And I don't want to leave anybody out. What's up, Sherry? I'm already up to 40 people. That is awesome. What is up, Noah Cole? I really appreciate you guys just coming out in droves. Horrible news in Annapolis, MD. So I did want to say I was going to show you that. At least 5 dead is from what I heard. So let's see. Just want to check. Oh, look, I've got 0 followers on Twitch and 0 followers on Periscope. It says warning. Oh, it's just saying that, it looks like crap. Bit rate is too high. Ah, well, whatever. Okay. And let's see. If you are seeing me in Periscope World, I'm probably super high def or something because my bit rate is too high. Let's go check this out in Annapolis, Maryland. And I'll actually cover this one more time in a regular stream. 5 dead in targeted attack at a newspaper. This was at the Capital Gazette newspaper in Annapolis. I don't know why I can't say that name. Annapolis. So let's see. And it's not even showing. Let's see. Should do it now. And no, I'm not in a helicopter. It's just not showing the screen. Weird. Well, it's not showing my screen. That's totally fine. You guys don't
confrontation between Republicans and the Deputy Attorney General principally, but also the Director of the FBI. Rod Rosenstein locked in a public feud with House Republicans over their demands that the government produce documents about the Russia investigation, specifically about the counterintelligence investigation into the...
All right. So there's other things, and I apologize you guys are watching this mess. There's 40 of you in here. That is absolutely awesome. While I'm here, I might as well talk to you guys. Gosh. Skykeeper Nibiru just said something really odd. Said, oddly, Annapolis tweeted about a mass casualty drill on the 12th. That's really weird. I've actually posted many times. What's up, Agnostic? I've posted many times the ads for what they call casualty actors, and they openly do it. They do these drills, right? But they hire people that basically act like they're in a disaster, and that's how they practice. So if you're an EMT, you and 20 other EMTs practice with actors coming in with all sorts of different injuries. They're all given a script, and they say, oh, my arm's broken, or this and that. Those are the ones that, we've seen a lot with Cascadia Rising, which was for the Cascadia Subduction Zone. That one was one of the biggest drills in history. But as far as the weird ones, they actually practice drills, and it's just like war games, only they practice nuclear disasters, they practice tornadoes, they practice all sorts of stuff. They also have practiced things like Jade Helm, where you had actors saying, you can't do this, I'm American. And, of course, when they say the internet goes crazy, people say that all the time. I thought it was really funny, a conversation that was on a video I was watching. It was a bunch of really, really awesome creators together, and they were talking about how, like, say Kanye, right? They say, Twitter is going crazy over Kanye and this and that or whatever. It's like, no, they're not. Or everybody's talking about Kanye. Nobody's talking about Kanye. How many people did you talk to today that's talking about Kanye? It's the fact that they tell you what to talk about. They tell you what everyone's talking about it, and it's a group mentality. And that kind of ties into, as far as the internet goes, that's where a lot of us have gone. And we've all been guilty of it. We all jump on the bandwagon of one thing or the other. And then 3 or 4 days later, we find out that it was a total scam, or it was totally stupid, or it was not true one bit. We've all been a part of it. I think now people feel kind of that way with certain VOP people, which, VOP kind of spiked and then went down. As far as the QAnon thing, I will say I now that I actually kind of know from the birth of it what it was, what it is, I'm sorry, there's just too much evidence from where it was physically coming from that says the new Q isn't the same Q. So as far as like that goes, you've got all these people jumping on board. Well, Jade Helm actually did make the internet go crazy. And that's because it was a real drill, and they had plenty of even cell phone videos of soldiers, tanks driving down, Midwest streets, and they were doing these drills. And people were saying that they were getting ready for a civil war. I mean, like literally an uprising, an upheaval of Americans going up against Americans. Now, whether you believe that or not, there was some weird stuff contained into that. And then, of course, the internet conspiracy about how everybody's curb was marked, or the mailbox was marked with a green dot or a red dot, or a blue dot or a red dot, yellow dot or blue, whatever. And that was to tell FEMA that, we're going to kill them right on site. Even a police officer did a video and it went viral. All these things that over the years we have kind of all gone for. Some of it is complete bullshit, but some of it is real. So it's like, what I ask people is just always use discernment against all these weird new viral videos. As far as this Ananopolis thing goes, it was at the Gazette newspaper, the Capital Gazette. It was a targeted attack, supposedly. I don't know enough about it, and it looks like I can get in here. Let's see. I'm going to open up for... And honestly, it's kind of weird. It's like when you go a week without some sort of shooting or some sort of event. Now that I've said that one word, it's probably going to start buffering. As you know, they do translate words and stuff. Anytime you start talking about that kind of stuff, the internet kind of just starts buffering or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So let's see. Now it's showing like a bunch of crazy hands. Let's see. I've got Mises to pieces. All right, so let's see. Let's go. Bam. Window. And one of these days I'm going to show you guys how to do this. There's other streamers in my group that I'm like, I just want them to learn how to use OBS or Streamlabs. Let's see. Okay, now we're good. Only, yeah, that's way too big. All right. Nope. Let's see. And let's put it back. All right, cool. So this Ananopolis thing is obviously another attack. It's, to be honest, every event like this, the internet either turns into something real, or they say it's some sort of psyop, it's some sort of this or that. To let you know, there are real psyops. There are real powers in play that are controlling how we think, how we are. People just don't believe it because they think that we're completely free in America. But that's not so. We're free to think what we want, right? But then again, we don't realize... it's almost like the 80s movies, They Live, or They're Alive. I think it's They Live. There's subliminal messages all around us, and people sound nuts when they say that, but you have no idea how our brains have been trained. Also, people go on the extreme end and almost make themselves look crazy when they look at symbology and the confirmed bias kind of craziness. But honestly, there is a lot of symbology in and around us that we don't even know about. But on the other hand, people have taken that and literally turned things that aren't symbology into symbology and say that everything is everything. But I will tell you, the way that people say everything, the way that the news works, the way it's been set up, it's all been set up on purpose for that reason. But I'm preaching to the choirs. I know you guys are too smart for that. You guys are all truthers, which pisses me off. Like there's these kids that are on here that literally just started truthing 3 years ago, and they think they're experts. You need 10, 15, 20 years of experience to really be at least at the very beginning level. You can't, even if you sat there for 3 years and read books, you still wouldn't catch up to most of us. All right, let's see.
And we still have some that we can't answer, but we do have an update for you. So with that, I'll turn it over to some of the information that we've learned or come to know through investigation. Some of the questions that you had earlier, we'll have some answers for. And unfortunately, we still have some that we can't answer, but we do have an update for you. So with that, I'll turn it over to Anne Arundel County Executive Stephen Hsu.
I'm County Executive Steve Hsu. As we reported earlier today, there's been a terrible tragedy here in Anne Arundel County. There was an active shooter incident. 5 people are dead. Several more are wounded and in the care of Anne Arundel Medical Center. The shooter is in our custody and being interrogated as we speak.
So the building as we speak is now tactically secured. And what that means is our SWAT team and our quick responders have been through the building. It is secure as far as there are no more persons in the building that are a threat to anyone else. We did recover what we thought may have been an explosive device. That has been taken care of. We have members of the bomb squad on scene. We don't anticipate having any more explosive devices. What is happening now that you see behind me is that our Criminal Investigation Division, the actual investigators, are now taking over the scene. We have released it to our members of the Criminal Investigation Division so they can start the process of identifying what occurred and how it occurred and why it occurred. So at this time, we had over 170 individuals in the building that were escorted out safely. They were taken to a reunification area over at the Annapolis Mall.
Yeah, I can confirm that we have the suspect in custody. They're currently interviewing him right now. The only other information that I have from questions that was asked earlier is we don't have an identification on him yet. We do know he's a white male.
Oh my gosh, I was about to say, we should all try to guess what he looks like. And dang it, I just turned off the sound. So you guys probably already know, or you probably already saw, but I was going to guess white male in his... It's always either their early 20s or their late 40s. Let's see if it actually says.
Start the process of identifying what occurred. At this time, we had that were escorted small.
Yeah, I'm interviewing him right now. The only other information that I have from questions that was asked earlier is we don't have an identification on him yet. We do know he's a white male, adult male, and the gun that was used is described as a long gun. So I don't have the specifics on that, but we do know it was a long gun. And as we continue to get information, we'll make sure that we continue to put that out.
I like how they said a long gun. So it could have been a shotgun. It could have been an AR. At least he didn't say, assault rifle. Yeah, this is no good. The picture on my stupid thumbnail should have been this, but it ended up being probably, I don't know, whatever video I did last. So yeah, obviously you've got cars, you've got police, you've got investigators there. It's really sad. Obviously this place, maybe they put out some sort of newspaper, something that somebody was pissed off about. It's there really is no safe place. So that's why I think it's important. I'm sorry. If you don't believe that an average citizen at work should be able to carry a firearm, you haven't been involved in one of these. I bet almost all of the other employees there are going to go out and buy themselves a gun. I think that if you've been put in a position, there was an article that came out right after this happened, and it might be this one, where the gentleman says he was truly helpless. He was under his desk, literally cowering, and he's like, there was nothing I could do, and let's see, this might even be it. Gunman shot through the glass door to the office and opened fire on multiple employees. Can't say much more. and don't want to declare anyone dead, but it's bad. There's nothing more terrifying than hearing multiple people shot while you're under your desk and then you hear the gunman reload. He said it, and that was the thing. They didn't actually put it. He says, yeah. He says, but as much as I'm going to try to articulate how traumatizing it is to be hiding under your desk, you don't know until you're there and you feel helpless. Now, I take that paragraph and I tell you guys, if you're at an office job with 100 and 200 employees, there's a small, slim, lightning chance that some crazy might come into your work. Guess what? You're packing on your side. Some guy comes in, whips out a big rifle. All it takes is one gentleman to take somebody like that out. So, and by the way, I know there's a lot of people that's a very controversial issue. I'm open to everybody's views. If you're against guns, that's totally fine. You're welcome here. But as far as my view, if I was in that office and I had my 9, I would, we all say that. But what if I shook? What if I couldn't get the safety and then got shot in the head? You never know. Or what if he took it away from me and used it to kill other people, right? There's all these different there's all these different things that you don't think of, right? But the main thing is, if a couple people were packing in there, he might have only killed one person. He could have killed more. Maybe he ran out of ammo and grabbed your gun. You never know. They have an argument for everything. But in my thought, there's a lot more people that are willing to save people than to kill people. I really don't think, and there's no actual statistics behind this, but I don't think there's more people out there that want to kill people than there are people that want to save people. Everyone grows up thinking and dreaming of being a hero or a Superman or Batman or some sort of hero, right? There's a hero in all of us. How many hero stories do you hear compared to killer stories? Well, if everybody's packing, everybody's trained, that one guy who wants to use, it's like you can't outlaw guns. You can't outlaw, what are you going to outlaw, knives? It doesn't work like that. He would come in with a machete, or he would make something worse. We're human beings. We've already invented the bombs. Crap, I said that word. We've already invented that stuff. So if it wasn't guns, they would go to the next most disturbing way to do this kind of stuff. That's my opinion. You can hate me for it, but I bet you there's a lot of heroes out there. And I do believe in people. In general, people want to be good. People hope to be good. People want to save lives. That's why I do get frustrated when people on the internet call every single person, they'll wear a black and white shirt. Oh, they're Illuminati. Not necessarily. It's a real human being that doesn't even know what the, effing Illuminati colors are. And they have bad taste. Or they're an Addams Family fan. Either way. You see what I mean? Like, I honestly think, I think the opposite of most people. I think we need more guns, not less. What is up, Adam Edwards? NYCE is up in the house. DL. DL says, I need a hero. And then the next line says, I need a euro. Yeah, a euro would be good too. I would go for me a euro with some lettuce and some of that tzatziki. I don't say tzatziki. It could be politically correct or something. What'd you say, tzatziki? No, tzatziki. That's all I say now, because I don't want somebody taking it wrong. It's crazy. It's insane. This is my smaller channel, and there's all these new people, all these new names. My subscribers are going up every day on this channel. I'm up to 60 people. That's not much for most, crazy people, but I'm really happy to have you guys all here. And I'm kind of sad because this wasn't my official stream. I was going to go on just to test the damn thing. Just to let you guys know, if you're coming late to the stream, this was a test to see. I am streaming on Twitch right now, Periscope, Mixer, and YouTube, of course. So that's 4 places. And I will shortly be streaming on Facebook as well. So there will be lots of different places you can catch Marfugal News. I'm teaming up with a couple people. I actually just talked to another person today who might want to help write stuff, as far as like help me vet the news. I want more independent stories to come out. I want the journalist part of me to come out. I don't always want to just regurgitate news stories. I want to make news. That's really what I want to do. So if you guys can help support me on that. And then also, again, I've asked, you guys want to help physically. If any of you guys, somebody reach out to me today that's a writer or that does that kind of stuff. If you are a creative person, reach out to me. Because, by the way, what's up, Jennifer Duggan and Kokova, Mickey Shaw? If you're creative and you want to help make news and help with this channel, I'll help you. I'll help you get started with your own channel. I'll help you figure out OBS. I'll help you, start your own thing. If you help me, I'll help you. Either way, I want to help you guys get better. What's up, John Thomas? John Thomas says, my scary AR is by me and ready to go. Well, just don't go postal or anything. And then we're good with that. Mickey, yes, this is playing on Twitch. Again, Twitch, Mixer, Periscope, as far as I know. I guess on Periscope they have a lower bit rate, so I might be like super high def. You might be able to see into my eyeball. I don't know. Agnostic, by the way, what's up? Simulation. Somebody was in this group right now that was in with me when I was in another stream, and you know what I'm talking about if you are that one. What's up, Alpha Bravo Cheesecake? You were in the stream with me when I asked some serious questions to another YouTuber, and the kid always just sits there like deer in headlights and freaked out and says, "Oh, okay, I gotta go," and closed down his stream. There's a couple people in here. No Sean O'Connor tonight. I miss my Sean O'Connor. Big shout out. JT. What the hell? This is craziness. Thank you guys for all coming and supporting me. I really appreciate it. Again, to the creatives out there, I'll be on in about an hour or so, I hope. I hope I can get back on in an hour. I'm going to go back on. I'm going to do a normal show on here. I was actually going to delete this. I'll probably just hit the shooting again in about an hour and a half. Creatives, please reach out to me at marfugalmail@gmail.com. You can hit me on Twitter at Marfugal. You can hit me on Facebook, Marfugal Watutu News. You can join the group. There's almost 400 members. We've lost probably 15. I don't know if it's because Facebook leans too much to the right. I don't censor anybody. Nobody gets their posts removed. I'm not that kind of guy. We do not remove any posts. So if you post there, at least you know you're going to do it. And you can post only to the group. So then, I haven't seen anybody really fight in the Facebook group. And in fact, I haven't seen any fights, really. I've seen a couple catty kind of comments. But as far as Periscope, what I'm trying to do is, honestly, I am struggling, so you will see a couple things added. I'm not trying to sell out. If anybody wants to call me a sellout, they can. I added Amazon links and stuff like that. Everybody does it, and I'm not going to sell fucking bug out bags or anything like that, but I have to make something doing this somehow, and YouTube will not. They won't even let my videos get past 1,000 views because then they would have to manually review it, and then they would have to allow it. And supposedly, allegedly, I'm not saying YouTube's doing that, but anyways, there's no way. I mean, I honestly have made under $500 in 6 months on this, and it's all my Patreon. And I lost Patreon people too. I do regret not doing more stuff for the Patreon, more videos, but then it's a pay-per-view. I told people from the beginning I don't want to do Patreon and then do a pay-per-view wall. That's what Christopher Green did. I'm not going to sell I Only Kneel for Christ t-shirts and take advantage of people's tithing spirits because they're Christian. I'm not going to sell you a Bitcoin course. I'm not going to tell you it's World War III only to say I've got supplies right here. But I will add some Amazon links. If you guys do regular shopping there, please try to choose my link. You can even choose on one of the mic links and then buy something else and it will give me credit. Because I'm in the banking industry, but basically I'll just tell you guys, I've never told you. I sell credit card processing. I work with the machines, work with businesses, work with clients. I'm commission. A lot of my stuff is commission. And focusing more on this channel has taken away commissions out of my real life, and that screws up my whole family. I've had health things come down on me. Now I have to do it. I'm not going to quit the channel. So I've got to do something in between. So I hope you guys don't hate me for it. I hope I don't lose viewers because I add a couple Amazon links. I'm not going to do any partnerships with gold companies, any of that bullshit. By the way, if you look at any of the companies that do that same partnership, they're all freaking sellouts. I mean, literally each and every one of them sitting there buy my book. Oh, I was told for a week to shout out this name and, just lining their pockets. I just need enough money to survive and pay my rent and do this show and start this group. That's all I need. So I appreciate you guys. I will be back on in an hour. I have to run to the store. I'm making dinner tonight, so it will be a few minutes. I want to get people back on here. I want to talk about some really crazy stuff that's going down East Coast wise. I've been talking about the West Coast, Cascadia Subduction Zone. It is very serious. FEMA members have now been asked to have their families move to one of 4 approved states. It's absolute insanity. The West Coast is on high alert for earthquakes, and they're not going to tell you that. So be safe, be prepared. Hopefully this streamed everywhere it needed to. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you.